Hi guys, welcome back to another tutorial. So in today's video I'm going to show you guys how I made this top. I'm working with a yellow yarn and I have my hook in size 1.75 mm. We need to make a chain of 50. So I'm going to make a slip knot. So now chain 50. So yeah, I have my chain of 50. I'm going to chain an extra 6. Yarn over into our 50th chain right here. Place 3 double crochets in there. Like so. Chain 1. We're going to skip 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th. Place 3 half double crochets in there. Chain 1. Skip 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th. Place 3 half double crochets in here. Chain 1. So we're going to keep working this way till we get to the end of our row. Now we've gotten to the end of our row 1. If you're following this same pattern, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You should have 13 half double crochet clusters in total. So advancing into row 2, you need to chain 4, turn your work. Chain 3 stands as half double crochet plus 1. That's why I made 4 chains. Yarn over into this space right here. We're going to place 3 half double crochets in here. As you can see. So chain 1 into the next. 3 half double crochets. Chain 1 into the next. 3 half double crochets. Chain 1. So we're going to keep doing that till we get to the end of our row. So now we're almost at the end of our second row. So chain 1 into this space right here. We're going to place 2 double crochets in there. If you can remember, when we started our first row, this place we had 6 chains. So looking at it this way, I want you to just count 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and place your last double crochet in this stitch right here. The essence of doing this is so our edge can be neat. So chain 4, turn your work, place 3 double crochets in here. Chain 1 and into the next. So we're going to keep working this pattern till we get to our desired length. Now we've gotten to the end of our 35th row. So I'm going to chain 3 instead of 4 because I need to decrease. Turn your work. So here I'm going to place 1 double crochet. Into this same space I'm going to place a half completed double crochet. When I say half completed, this is what I mean. I'm going to yarn through the first 2 without completing it. So yarn over, place another half completed double crochet in here, yarn over and pass through all, then place a double crochet. I'm going to explain that when I need to decrease again. So chain 1, place 3 double crochets in here, chain 1, 3 double crochets, I've gotten to the end of our 36th row. So chain 4, place 3 double crochets in here, chain 1, now we've gotten to this other part where we made our first decrease. I'm going to make another decrease. So here we're going to place 1 double crochet. Next we're going to place a half completed double crochet. To do that, you yarn over, insert and pull up a loop. In total we have 3 loops. Pass your hook through the first 2 loops. So we have 2 now. So this is a half completed double crochet. So we're going to place another half completed double crochet in here, yarn over, pass through. In total we have 3 loops, yarn over and pass through 3 of them. So now we have 1 double crochet, 2 half completed double crochets, and we're going to place 1 more double crochet, but we're going to place it in this stitch right here. So chain 3, turn your work, one double crochet, 1 half completed double crochet, another half completed double crochet, and 1 more double crochet, chain 1 into the next. So basically what we're doing, we're trying to decrease on this part of our work and not here. So when you're here you chain 4, but when you're here, the turning point here, you chain 3. Just remember the straight part has 4 chains and the decreasing part has 3 chains. When you get to row 41, we're going to stop decreasing. So now I'm going to chain 4 and continue with our initial pattern. So here we're going to place 3 double crochets in here, chain 1 and into the next. Now we've completed our last row. In total I have 46 rows and it measures around 17 inches, 17 and a half, thereabouts. Okay, so I went ahead and I did another panel. So this, we have 2 panels now. I would also need you to make your back panel. Start with a chain of 100 plus 6, and in total make 80 rows. So now we're going to connect all pieces together. To do that, I have my starting chain right here and my end chain here. So I'm going to make single crochet down this neckline till we get to this very point right here. So as you can see, I've connected this part. I'm yet to join this other part. So I'm just going to go ahead and count how many double crochet clusters I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to mark off on this back panel as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means when I get to this point, once I get to this point, I know I'm going to connect my other pattern, so I don't get past that particular point there. We've gotten to the end of this single crochet rows. Just chain 1, now that we're done connecting both panels together, I'm going to mark off 7 inches for our armhole. 7 inches is around here. I don't have a stitch marker here, so I'm just going to count the amount of rows and use them throughout. So that's 18 rows, so I know 18 rows is 7 inches. Next, I'm going to connect my yarn here. Chain 4. So into the next hole, 3 double crochets. Chain 1 and into the next. So at this point right here, as you can see, there's no space to insert our cluster. So I'm just going to insert it in between the 2 clusters you have here. So just look for a suitable place and insert your cluster. Chain 1. So now we're on our back panel. Remember, we're making just 18 rows. So when you get to the end of your row. That means your 18th row. So I'm going to chain 4, turn your work, place 3 double crochets in every space. In total, I made 18 rows for our sleeve. I'm going to chain 1 and make single crochets down this row. So now I've completed the first row of single crochets. I'm going to make another. I've gotten to the end of this row. So we need to connect, we need to join. Let me take this out. Next, we need to place 3 single crochets in every stitch to connect both panels together, and I will do that all the way to this point right here. So in this space right here, I'm going to place 3 single crochets, connecting it to this other space right here. 1, 2, 1, 2, into that same space, 3. So onto the next 1, 2, 3. So we're going to keep at it till we get to the other end. So when you've completed this part, I want you to repeat the same thing on the other side. The next, we're going to make single crochets down this row, just to give it a nice ending. I'm placing 3 single crochets in every stitch, then in here I'll place 1. So in these spaces I'm placing 3, and right here I'm going to place 1. So just keep working that way till you get to the end of the row. I'm going to look for a way to connect it here. I'm going to connect it here by making a slip stitch. Chain one and cut off your yarn. Next, we're going to make single crochets on this border and this other part as well. Next, we're going to make single crochets along this border. I would make 5 rows of that, and our row 6 we're going to make our buttonholes. So I'm just going to go ahead and make the 5 rows, and I'll be back when I'm about to do something different. So I worked with half double crochets instead of single crochets because the single crochet was not giving me what I wanted. Okay, now we've gotten to where we're going to add our buttonholes. I did 2 rows of half double crochets and I have to place my buttonholes now. I counted 30 stitches this way and I marked off 6 buttonholes. As you can see, I don't have my stitch marker here, so I had to improvise. So however you want to do it, just ensure whatever you're doing is accurate. Just make sure they are all the same thing. So in order to make our first buttonhole, like I said earlier, I marked off where I'm going to end my buttonhole. So in order to make our first buttonhole, this is where we marked off. So from this point right here, I'm going to count backwards 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right from this spot, we're going to chain 3, skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and into this place that was marked off, we're going to place 1 half double crochet in there. And you keep working until you get to the next buttonhole space. Now we've gotten to the next buttonhole space. Like I said, just count 4 stitches from this point right here. So this is 1, this is 1 right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to make half double crochets up to this point. Right from this point, now chain 3, skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and into this place that was marked off, place 1 half double crochet in there. So you're just going to keep at that till you get to the end of the row. Now we've gotten to the end of our 3rd row. Chain 2, turn your work. I'm going to place 1 half double crochet into every stitch. When you get to the parts that have this buttonhole, you're going to place 3 half double crochets into that space right there. And continue. So we're going to keep working. Now this is our 4th row. I'm going to make the 4th row complete and 5th row. Then we would come back to make the collar. Next we're going to make our collar. So I'm just going to mark off from this point where we started decreasing. And this other side. I'm going to make half double crochets from here all the way to this point. I will make 5 rows as well. I'm just going to connect my yarn to this point. Chain 2 and place 1 half double crochet in every stitch. For our collar, in total I made 6 rows of half double crochets. I increased on both sides to give it that angle. So now we're done with our top. We just need to weave in our ends and fix our buttons. For our buttons, I got this color nude and a matching thread, so I'm just going to connect them on the opposite side. Now we've come to the end of this tutorial. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to share, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.